my former boss in mentorings group in Chicago had a business trip over there to open up a call center over a decade ago, and she brought back a tie for me. And at first she said, well, I don't know if you'll like it. And I said, well, I don't know what it is. And I called it elephant tie because there's all these elephants on it. And of course, I usually end up finding out what somebody's political affiliation is, because in America, it's a political party mascot, and those who are Republican want to remind me it's the Republicans mascot. It's like, yeah, I've known that for a while because of all those cartoons and caricatures that they have related to politics, where they've got elephants and donkeys meeting each other. It's like, yeah, I went to school, I was paying attention. I know that's even what they said on The Simpsons one time. They should teach this in school. We do teach it! There we go, there's my Simpsons couch game that I talk about every time. Alright, always something going on in my life, even when I'm out at work. Yeah, or I call it on vacation. Unpaid, of course. I did a guest set opening for somebody I'd opened for a year ago. And it was kind of odd what he said to me when he took one look at me and saw my outfit. He said, you look like a maitre d'. It's like, yeah, I'm flattered that you think that I ever had such a job. I had a nice shirt on and dress pants. Yeah, I worked at a restaurant, but it wasn't as a maitre d' or server. I was the forgotten guy in the back. I was the dishwasher. But as Nirvana drummer Dave Grohl, who became frontman of Foo Fighters, said, your band sucks without a good drummer. So yeah, more power to you, because I mean, being a dishwasher or janitor when I was in school, I was the forgotten guy in the back. And no, I didn't learn that many people skills there, not until I did call center work after college. But you find a way to learn when it's hard to find work and you don't want to have to go through any more interviews. So there was that. And of course, I like free food, who doesn't? I lucked out on being at Keys Cafe in Woodbury recently because I like seeing those Charlie Brown and Snoopy statues there. And I lucked out that they had a poster on one of the entrance doors that said, free cake and ice cream this weekend, ice cream social Saturday morning. So I went there, and yeah, it's pretty cool to have that. I know it's in a lot of ways showing off their very good cake. Except I'm not driving out to Woodbury that much, although they have other locations closer than that one. But they don't have Charlie Brown and Snoopy. And I heard somebody say, when I was already at my table enjoying what I had, are you sure it's free? When it says free, I don't question. I just take what's in front of me. And I even said to her lady, you don't see a jar to put money in on the table, do you? No, there wasn't. I mean, street performers sure have that. Some people are cynical if they think that food isn't free, even though it says it is. Wow. There was another reason I had to go back too. I was looking at the resale shop that had DVDs and video games now. I'm not a video game person, but DVDs, yes. And I ended up getting a football movie there. Now I need to find the time to watch it. But there's a lot of knowledge that can be found in terms of what ends up in a resale shop. Like if it's, say, a Goodwill type store, I like getting books there, and I like seeing what books they have available there that people turned in for whatever reason. In this case, the DVDs, I found out that there was a Kelly Clarkson movie. It's like, okay, I knew she was a musician. I know sometimes they do movies. I hadn't heard of her doing one. And then I also found out that there was a fourth Scream movie. I saw the first two Scream movies with Neve Campbell in the same year. And I liked it because they were making fun of horror movies and their rules. And then I found out there was a movie called Legally Blondes that Elle Woods had twin British cousins in it. It's like, yeah, I think that's why they call it straight to video, because I never heard of some of those movies before. I guess sometimes that's a case of sequels suck, and some of those movies never should have been made. Oh, then again, they did say that in one of the Scream movies, sequels suck. Aha, there we go, rounding back to it. And I didn't see a movie at theaters, too. I saw Catcher Was a Spy, starring Paul Rudd, about Mo Berg, the mediocre baseball catcher in the 1930s that became a spy during World War II. It combined two interests of mine, big interests of mine: baseball, history. Not much baseball action in it, but a lot of history. Still was a little funny to me, one of the lines they had in the baseball action, when it was rumored that he was gay. One of the baseball players said, well, I don't want to show my dick in front of him if he's gay. It's like, and then somebody else said, well, then don't show your dick in front of him. Problem solved. I was with him on that. It's a biopic, so I don't feel like even talking about that scene is spoiling it, because you can look up who Mo Berg is before you see the movie. Aha. And not a good one. Oh, I went to the play State Fair at Rosetown Playhouse at Como Park. Lasting impressions would be seeing birds flying in and out in the microphone problems. But hey, if you want to see better theater, go to the Guthrie. I don't mind seeing community theater. I just want to see a play that I've heard of before. So I guess that'll do it for me, and you've been great.